Hey guys, Randy here. A little bit of an update. This is the material I'm using for the cutting board for the kitchen knife set I'm building for my father-in-law. Now I got them all marked off. I'm going to show you, these right here, I got enough for 4 cutting boards out of these 8 boards. So, and then I got a pretty cool idea about the knives. They're going to go underneath it, but in the sheath I'm going to have magnets. These rare earth magnets that are super powerful. When you stick the knife in there, you can shake it and it won't fall out. I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to be using the whole time. Now, we're going to start with over here, what we got here. I'm going to show you real quick using the biscuit joiner, which uses these little biscuits right here. They're called biscuits. They go in between your slats. So this right here, I let somebody borrow this and he tangled the cord up. So here we go. Shut up, bad dogs. Go away. Okay, so what you do is you mark your area. You set your center line. Set the biscuit joiner on there. And it cuts that slot right there. I don't know if you can see that slot there, but then you get this biscuit, and I'm hoping I didn't cut too big of a slot, otherwise I'm going to be pissed. No, it'll be alright. So these little biscuits go in there, you glue the whole face. What I'm using for glue is Gorilla Glue. You wet the surface the whole way. Then you put your glue on there, and you're going to need some big clamps. I'm using 3 of these quick clamps right here to clamp it all together, and then 4 of these littler clamps to run 2 boards going opposite direction like this to clamp it down to make sure it stays flat and doesn't do this when you clamp it. So that's how that's going to be put together. That's really bugging me, that hole. I'm going to be pissed if it doesn't work out right. So, yeah, other things I'm using, you saw the biscuit joiner in action. I'm just going to do the one hole. I'm going to have to adjust that fucking thing. It's pissing me off. When I do the legs, right here, I got a countersink kit. I'm going to use some stainless steel screws up through the bottom for the legs and countersink them. So you drill through it and you got this countersink, and the heads don't stick out and you don't see the heads, but I'm using the stainless steel obviously since there's going to be food and everything involved in that way. Now, like I said, I'm using the Gorilla Glue. It holds really, really good, these biscuits. Other tool I used is just a simple square to make sure my lines are square when I'm doing that. Also, oh fuck, I left my hammer outside. Here we go. I'm going to take the camera off here real quick and show you a couple of the other tools I've used. So, please forgive me for a second. I'm trying to do this fast because I got some criticism because my videos are too long. Okay, what I got here, this is a router table, and I'll use this to do the quarter round, but what this bit right here is, where my finger is, this is made for planing the board, the sides of the boards after I run it through the table saw, make sure they're perfect. That way when you clamp them together, they fit awesome, and there is actually, you don't even see the seam. So then once I'm done with that bit, I'm going to go with a quarter round and round all the edges. So this thing is wicked badass. Over here is my portable table saw, and that's 100 tooth blade there, which you figure it's about $1 a tooth. So that blade is sweet. It's a piece of crap saw. It's only a $100 saw, but it's not the saw that matters, it's the blade. So far that's what I've used. And there'll be some sanding involved, and you know, the router table is wicked awesome. It, you know, instead of having to buy a plate joiner, I have the router table, which I use just basically like a plate joiner bit in the router table, and offset these to where when you run it through, it fits perfect. So this is what I build when I do furniture. I build furniture, and this is what I use here. But what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to go ahead and run the biscuit joiner, get these all joined together, and go ahead and show you. There's the 8 pieces. These have all been run through that router table. So the edges on this, I don't know if you can see that, but they are freaking perfect, and they're going to stick together really good. So I'm going to get 4 of these glued together, and once it's all pretty close to being, it'll probably be a 3-video process, but yeah, these are basically going to be pretty awesome. So I'll get everything sanded down, all glued together, and once I get them glued together, I'll walk you through that process as well as to what it looks like, and show you using the countersink kit here with the stainless steel screws. So remember, you know, make sure everything's flat. If you're going to do this, you got to have the you know, some sort of clamps, whether they're screw down or clamp down with your hands, you know, like quick grips. But it's not really hard to do, guys. You know, it's kind of the tools that makes it easy. So this is Randy with Sit Survival. You guys have an awesome Saturday. It's beautiful here today. It's only about 85 degrees. And you know, like to say a shout out to our troops. Thanks for what you do, and everybody retired. Have a great day, guys.